Hey everybody, it's Hannah. I just wanted to clear this up before I started the video, just so that there's no confusion. This is a brand new storyline, so anything that you saw before on this channel, before this video, that is not related to this story. This is a brand new story, a brand new storyline, just a total brand new fresh start. So I hope you enjoy, and here's the video.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight.
Hello everyone, my name is Hannah Opaltree and welcome to my channel. I am a 20-year-old preliminary eventer alongside my horse Harley. We've been showing for about 5 years now together, and I would not change it for the world. He is the best horse I could ever ask for. I could honestly talk about Harley for hours, but that is not what this video is about. So I'm going to wait until we go out and see him before I even get started on him, because again, I will talk about him for hours. For my first YouTube video, I thought it would be a great idea to take you guys basically on a barn vlog kind of day, or barn tour. Basically, this video will be filled with everything because there's a lot to talk about. I am currently the barn manager at Evergreen Equine in Silverglade Manor, and I love my job. I work for the Baroness, and with that comes a lot of information, and we probably won't be able to cover half of it today, but still, I thought I would bring you guys along and fill you in where I can. So this morning we have to do some barn chores like feed and turn out some of the horses for the day, and also we are going to check out the rescue barn and maybe have a little ride on Harley. I'm probably not going to do much with him today. So since we have a lot to do, let's get straight into the video. This is Evergreen Equine Stables at the Silverglade Manor. I've been working here for 7 years now, and it's been such a wonderful experience. I live down the road in a small upstairs apartment that the Baroness was kind enough to rent out to me. So luckily, I don't have that far of a drive when I have to do chores, which is always helpful. Evergreen Equine is honestly such a beautiful place. They're actually going to be doing renovations soon, which I am very excited for, because if I thought it was pretty before, imagine how it's gonna look after that. But being able to wake up every morning and see the gardens and the view and the castle, it's just amazing. Our lesson horses are held out here in the outer barn, as we like to call it. First, we have our children's beginner lesson pony named Rory. Rory is our 10-year-old Gotland pony, and she is such a sweetheart. You could literally do anything on her, and she probably wouldn't even flinch. So that's why we use her for children's lessons for beginners. She does mainly flat work so that the students can learn how to steer, halt, and move forward. This is Callie. Callie is our 8-year-old fjord horse, and like Rory, is super gentle and easy to handle, so she is for the beginner students as well. She mainly focuses on flat and small jumping, such as cross rails and other pole work. This is Prim. Prim is a 10-year-old trickaner for the intermediate students. She's a bit harder to handle at times, a little nippy, so it's perfect for students who are starting to understand the ropes and wanting a bit of a challenge. She jumps 2.6 to 3 foot with the lesson students, and we still love her even though she's a little bit of a interesting mare sometimes. Beau is also a lesson horse for the intermediate students, but he's a bit more laid back than Prim is. He is a 16-year-old Irish cob, and he jumps 2.6 to 3 feet as well. He's for students who want to jump, but aren't quite in their comfort zone yet for horses like Prim. He's the perfect horse to learn on. This is Prince. Prince is our 9-year-old Oldenburg lesson horse for the more advanced students who are ready to jump a bit higher than the other horses. He takes the students around 3 feet to 3.3 courses. If the students are wanting to advance higher and work towards a career in eventing, then they are pushed to buy their own horse to pursue higher levels. Unfortunately, Prince is the top horse at our barn for the lesson students, so he can't jump higher than 3.3. So if they are wanting to progress past that, then we encourage that they buy their own horses. So those are our outer barn horses, or our lesson horses. They are so sweet to all of our lesson students here, and here is the Baroness's daughter, Judy, who is also our barn owner. Hey Judy.
Hey.
I'm starting up a YouTube channel, so say hello.
Hello.
Hello, ponies. There are so many horses in the main barn, so I'll just do a brief introduction to each horse, and if y'all want a more in-depth description of each horse, maybe I can make a separate video for that because there are so many of them, so I would feel bad putting them all in this one video. But let me show you the horses that are in the main barn. This is Judy's horse, Storm. This is also Judy's horse. This is Mifflin. I love this horse so much, and Judy knows it, so sometimes she lets me ride and show him when she isn't. So that's nice. These are our boarders' horses. We have Dolly, Orpheus, Maggie, Bean, Ghost, Vogue, and one of our working students keeps her horse here as well. So this is Clover. And last but certainly not least, and naturally my favorite horse that we have in this barn, is my horse Harley. I said this earlier in the video, but I'm actually planning on taking it kind of easy on him today. We had a pretty busy last week because we're currently preparing for a show, which is super exciting, but he needs quite a bit of rest since we've been just off the wall jumping. And so today I think I'm gonna do some flat work with him just to kind of balance it out and make sure that he's comfortable. But he gets to rest for a bit longer while I go and feed the rest of the horses, so let's get straight into it. Everyone here at Evergreen Equine loves the Triple Crown brand, so we've been using this brand for years for all of our horses' feed. We have senior feed for our more mature horses, mainly for the retired horses that are out in the fields. We have complete feed for our performance horses, growth feed for our younger horses when we have foals or yearlings, which we don't have any right now. We have light feed and low starch feed for our ponies or overweight horses. Balancer for easy keeping horses and for the horses who don't do as much as the performance horses. Harley gets 4 flakes of hay in his hay net, which he munches on throughout the day. In the morning, he gets 3 scoops of the complete feed since he is a performance horse and exercises a lot. Then I'm going to throw in his 2 Smart Combo supplements, which he takes every morning to help improve his joints, skin, coat, hooves, and hindgut balance for digestion. Once I'm finished feeding, I make sure to give Harley a little bit of time to digest his food, so now it's 10 o'clock and I'm gonna start working with Harley. Harley and I have been working on quite a few things as of late, mainly focusing on our dressage since that's where we're lacking at shows. Harley loves to jump, but the second we get into the dressage arena, he gets kind of hot-headed. So I've been doing a lot more flat work and dressage with him so that he gets more comfortable in that environment because he's so used to jumping, so he needs to get used to this as well. I want to help him to gather himself and shorten his stride so that our canter looks more bouncy and flowy. He has a bad habit of rushing through transitions, so it's a little bit harder to get him to collect after that. Plus, it just takes points off anyway, so we're trying to work on that. I'm also working on his left bend since he has a bit more trouble on the left side. Hopefully we'll be able to get a better score at our next show for dressage.
Gazing at the blue of the night, stars are filling up the sky. You take my hand in yours, we'll make our own constellations. I could say how much you mean to me, but it won't mean a thing, 'cause words never sound quite right. Let's find our own kind of language. We've searched the whole world and all around it. Didn't know what we were looking for till we found it. They could say they've seen the highest mountain, bottom of the deepest sea, but no one's ever seen a love like this. They could dig up all the baby treasures where it's worth more than anything, but no one's ever seen a love like this.
Alrighty, I just turned Harley out for the day with the other horses. He did really well in our flat practice, and we really got that flowy and bouncy canter that I was looking for. So I'm hoping that he'll be able to maintain that and do it again in our next show. Since I'm all set with Harley, I'm going to head to my parents' house for lunch and go spend time with them for a little bit. So I will see y'all later when I pick back up in my filming. Bye! This is the rescue center at Evergreen Equine. Here we take in injured and abused horses, as well as any horses that need our help in rehabilitation or training services. I do a lot of rehabilitation practices with the rescues and help them find a safe and forever home once they are at full health, both mentally and physically. Just recently, we were able to home 5 horses, so the rescue center is pretty empty aside from a few retired horses in the paddocks. But we do have one more rescue to work with and rehome. This is who we call Moon. He is an Appaloosa gelding who was abused and neglected at his last home. After the vet came to look at him, we believe he is around 4 to 5 years old. We got a call one night saying that a horse was in a paddock alone with no food or water and looked to be in critical condition. We immediately went to the scene, saw Moon, and brought him back to Evergreen Equine for a new start. Today, I'm going to be working with Moon on trusting exercises as he's a bit skittish around humans after his experience. So let's go grab Moon and get started. Despite his difficult experience, Moon is an absolute sweetheart and would not hurt a single fly. He's just very, very shy. He likes to stick to the back corners of his stall just so he can avoid any human contact when people are at the rescue. But when you walk in to grab him, he would never kick you or lash out or anything. It's sad to know that such a sweet horse was treated the way that Moon was. Today, I'm going to be lunging Moon and working with him on joining up. Anytime that he stops and turns to me to stop lunging, I give him a minute or so to walk up to me. Overall, I want him to trust me enough to join up and bring him back to his stall so that he knows that I'm here to reward him, not to hurt him. This is the second day of join up exercises and we've had no luck this far. Hopefully we can get farther in the process today. He turns, but he doesn't come near me, so I have to send him on again. Even though this is truly a trust-building exercise, it's also just exercise in general, so we can start building his muscle up and prepare him for being ridden again. Oh. Hi. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, good boy. A little closer. Come on. You can do it. A little closer, buddy. Oh, good boy. Honestly, I think that'll be enough for today. Let's end on a good note, yeah? Even though he didn't fully join up, he took steps closer to truly joining up, so I want to reward him for stepping out of his comfort zone the way that he did, so his reward is turnout and a few treats. I'm going to quickly muck out Moon's stall while he eats his feed in the other stall, and then I'll be turning him out for the night. Someone else at Evergreen Equine has night chores, so we don't need to worry about those guys, which is always good. Moon eats 3 scoops of the senior feed at nighttime. You're probably wondering, why on earth are you giving a 4-year-old senior feed? Well, senior feed is also used for underweight horses, and seeing as we're trying to gain some muscle and weight back onto him, senior feed will help us do that. Alrighty everyone, this is the end of my day, so I'm just going to say a quick good night. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my very first video. I'm so excited about the future of this channel. If you would like to keep up with me, make sure to follow my Instagram, which is hannah.opaltree. Turn on my notifications on my YouTube so that you are notified every time I come out with a new video. And also keep up with my community posts on YouTube as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
But no one's ever seen a love like this. It could